Welcome to warm-up number 1. We're going to be going through the Basic Fire Academy warm-up number 1 series in order to get warmed up and ready for our PT for the day. So we're going to start with a walking knee hug. In this position, we want to start on our toes, arms are up and ready. We're going to bring our knee to our chest, high as we can. Anytime the knee comes up, the toe comes up, and then we're going to drop, step, and go right into that next knee hug. So knee hug on the left, right into knee hug on the right. A couple things we want to pay attention to. We don't want those shoulders to go back. Okay, so we want to lift up and pull that knee tight into the chest. Other thing you'll notice Coach Jenna is doing is on that ground foot, she's also coming up on the toe. So not only are we working glute mobility, core tightness, but we're also working balance and coordination. So we're going to be going right, left, alternating for a distance of 20 meters. We have our cones set out at 5 meters spacing, so we know once we get to the end, we're going to turn around and come back with our next movement. So walking knee hug, we're going to hold for 2 seconds at the top of that stretch, work on control, body core coordination, again for good hip and glute stretching. Our next movement is going to be walking quad pull, so we're going to go same hand, same foot. Coach Jen is going to grab left hand to left foot. She's going to reach her right hand over her head. So notice that she's keeping our torso upright. She's going to release her left foot and walk right into that next stretch on the right side. Right hand, right foot, left hand overhead. So she's going to demo 4 to 5 good stretches. Notice that the knee is pointing down towards the ground. Chest is staying tall, core staying tight, and bicep is to the ear or to the cheek. So what we want to avoid is bent arms, right? So really reaching helps open up and stretch through the lats and the trunk. We also want to avoid forward bending. We want to have that vertical position. That way the knee's pointing down and the hand is over the head, or thumb over the ear or bicep to the cheek. We're also going to be stepping into the next stretch, no shuffle steps between movements. Good 2-second hold at the top, up and reach. Again, nice and tight through the core. One of the things that you can work on for the balance is what we call tripod. So on her ground foot, she's anchoring her big toe, her pinky toe, and her heel to get good balance in that standing leg. And that is the walking quad pull. Next exercise, we're going to be doing our Franken kicks. So this is 2 hands out. We are kicking our foot up to those hands. There's no bonus for throwing your foot over your head. So just to get a good, nice stretch on those hamstrings, hands stay forward. You'll notice Coach is trying to reach past those toes. That way she's getting some movement through that thoracic spine. Again, on this one, what we want to avoid is throwing the foot to where the shoulders go back, or only one hand at a time, right? So not necessarily wrong, but how we're requesting this be done is with 2 hands staying out at all times. Our next exercise or movement in warm-up number 1 is going to be the lateral lunge alternating. So we're going to start obviously facing you. So Coach is going to step with her left foot first. So she's going to step. Again, notice that the foot, the knee, and the hip are stacked on top of each other. And then she's going to pivot and step to the left. And then pivot, step to the right. Pivot, step to the left. Some things as we're moving in this stretch really tend to happen is people's toes tend to lead where they're going. So you want to make sure that that toe is, you'll hear us say square it up or point it forward. You want to point it directly to the curb in front of you. And we're keeping the back foot on the ground, so we're not rolling up on the edge of our shoe. So keeping both soles of our feet planted and pivot, toes are forward, ankle, knee, and hip are stacked, and pivot for that full 20 meters. All right, we're gonna now pick up the pace, elevate the heart rate a little bit. We're gonna work into some of our sprint drills. The first one is gonna be high knees. Really important, we want to stay on the balls of our feet, how we would be running. That strike point is going to be directly under Coach's hip. So we want to make sure as that knee comes up, the toe comes up, and the foot is going to strike right underneath the body. Elbows are starting at 90. If I start with my hands down, I'm more likely going to run with my arms straight. So we need to move through the shoulder to get those elbows moving, and then knees up and down nice and quick. So high knees, driving those elbows back, toes up, toes up, toes up. What we want to avoid is the shoulders behind the hips. So we want to make sure we're leading with that chest and keeping that chest out over those knees. Mostly going to be focusing on that quad activity. Now we're going to flip it to the back side and we're going to be doing butt kickers. Oftentimes people are taught to do butt kicks this way. I don't know anybody that runs a mile with their hands back and their feet behind their body. The knees are still going to be forward. The foot is now going to be under the hip. So high knee, foot is under the knee, butt kick, foot is under the hip. So we're basically throwing a strap around our foot and just pulling that foot straight up underneath the hip for good fast activation for those hamstrings. Butt kicks going back. So you'll notice she's tucking those heels nice and high underneath those hips. They're not breaking the plane of her body. So you'll see how her feet are behind her body. We want them just directly under those hips. Elbows still going back and chest is leading. Last dynamic movement is going to be our karaoke. Not karaoke, because that's Friday nights with your friends and a microphone. We're doing karaoke. So we're going to start facing the camera. We're going to go left first. If you're familiar with grapevine in aerobics, it's going to be a foot in front, reset, and then foot behind and reset. The first one we're going to demo is going to be for fast feet. We're really working on foot movement on this one. And we're going to go arms out to the sides. So karaoke in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, all the way through. Now on the way back, I'm going to demo a slight different variation that we may have you guys do. Is going to be, so facing the same direction, we're going to be doing in front, behind, but this one's going to require a knee drive. So instead of fast feet and working hip rotation, we're working knee drive to come up and over. So it's up and over, quick recycle, and then big up and over again. So coach is going to demo, big knee drive over the top, knee up, toe up, a little bit more dynamic activation into those hips. Karaoke just for feet focus versus karaoke with knee drive focus, both are good. Just depends on what the goal is. Recap on warm-up number 1. This first section, walking knee hugs all the way to karaoke, is going to be dynamically moving. So each company will go together. Not only are we looking at, can you follow points of performance? Can you pay attention to detail? But we're also looking that you can have situational awareness to pay attention to staying with your crew. Company 1 will do knee hugs first. We'll say go. Company 2 will go next. Then company 3, then 4, then 5, and then 6. Once everybody is complete, then we turn around and we come back with the following movement. Really important that we use our ability to have good teamwork for these. Body position is really important. Core tightness is really important. So the more that we can strengthen through these movements, the better our ground force production is going to be and more efficient our running mechanics will be as well. Once we move into open ranks, the unison part is going to be really critical for this piece. If we're not together, we will start over. And we will start over and we will start over and we will have every opportunity to keep practicing until everybody can move together. So this is not I'm a lone island in a sea of people, right? You've got to pay attention to how everybody else is moving so that even if we're all wrong together. All of these in the open ranks position, anytime we do not stay together, we could be at 14 of something, we will start over. So just pay attention to the details, review the details, so that then your only goal is really, am I executing correctly and in time with the person to my right and to my left?